Did Overwatch introduce that concept of having different alt voice lines for team and enemy? When it's on your team, it's like, I'm ulting teehee. When it's on the enemy team, I'ma f you up.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, guests, to Sinister Sips, a dastardly debriefing where we spill the tea. We are the VTuber villain group Hysteria, and we'll be your host this evening. Hello, everyone. My name is tempomaou. I'm a Demon Lord VTuber that specializes in competitive games, but I like social deception games as well.
Hello, my name is corvuskuro. I'm a Crow VTuber. I'm into Apex and League of Legends.
My name is anjuvalse. I usually play FPS games. I was grinding Marvel, but now I've fallen back to old addictions, I guess, by playing Apex Legends.
And hello, everybody. I'm Hikaru. I guess I'm an IDV streamer now, but I do other games as well.
And with that, we'll be moving into the first topic for today's episode, and that is highlight and lowlight of the week. Some epic things that are going on, some projects in the works, or some bad things that have been happening. So for me, I am actually working on a really cool project at the moment. Even, I haven't told you three yet. This is like super secret.
Oh?
Yeah,
Oh.
it has
Whoa.
something to do. I'll leak a little bit. It has something to do with Dead by Daylight.
Oh?
What
That's
the
it.
heck?
He's jumping ships. He's jumping ships.
Ah.
And it also has to do with VTubing. I'll
Dead
let
by
you
Daylight
connect the
VTubing.
dots.
If we guess, will you like say yes or no?
Yeah, sure. You
there a
each get one
tournament?
guess. No,
Tournament?
that's your
Oh, I
guess.
lost.
You said this is a project? It's not just like a random collab?
Correct. It's a project I've been thinking about since the announcement of a certain character that is now on the playable test beta for Dead by Daylight. Yeah, so it has to do with Springtrap as well. You got a freebie.
Dead by Daylight
Okay.
2.
No.
You're in Dead by Daylight. Oh.
I'm in Dead by Daylight 2? Yo, imagine you lock in Mao as a killer.
You fall into the Gust Lord.
No, not the Guzzlord. Dude, anything but Guzzlord. Okay, so for a little bit of background context, I was reviewing Pokemon Pocket cards, and Guzzlord came up, and one of my viewers was like, yo, that's literally you. He's got horns, he has like a spiky, edgy design, or whatever, and the only thing he's missing is that he's not red and black. So the same person went into Photoshop and changed the yellow of Guzzlord to red, so it's red and black, and it's just... I don't know, it's uncanny. It looks a lot like something that I would come up with, but it's just also offensive at the same time, because they're calling me like a fat ass, essentially. I'm the Guzzlord.
That's
All I do is
crazy.
eat. So it's kind of funny. It's just been like an ongoing meme recently in my community.
Oh, actually, you know how we had Impidimp for Mao? Now that I've learned that there's also Guzzlord, I have a present for you, Mao.
Oh no,
way,
what did you
no
do?
way, no way. No way.
This is you now. Check podcast channel.
No way, what
Oh
are you
my
doing?
No
God.
Yeah,
way.
that's you.
Why is it censored?
What?
It's not just low res.
Okay,
It's Lord.
I feel like if I show this, we're gonna get demonetized.
What do
This
you even
is
call
criminal.
This? What is his name?
It's a Guzdimp.
Guzzlord? That is so cursed.
Or Impalord.
Implord.
Guzdimp.
I like Guzdimp a little better.
That's
Yeah.
the most cursed Pokemon fusion I've ever seen in my life. This is not a gift. This is a curse.
It's got a horn for you too. Or are those like...
Are
Yeah,
those
those are
horns?
horns and claws.
Yeah, what are we looking at? Okay, I have a question. Why are they pixelated and blurred?
Those are grippers.
Just the
There's
hands and feet.
Censored
Yeah.
grippers and censored feet.
Why are they censored? I hate everything about this image.
So they gotta
I love
open
it.
Dr. Pepper. You gotta censor it.
They have a job to do. Those hands are for opening Dr. Pepper cans.
The moment they touch they touch a can of Dr. Pepper, just the whole thing censors.
Too graphic to be shown on TV.
Yeah, audio only.
Yeah, literally. I have like another pseudo highlight. So aside from the personal project that's being worked on in the background, I'm also doing my yearly summer event. So this year it's going to be a donathon. And actually, if this episode is edited and releasing on the day that I think it's going to be, then that should be today. That should be June 2nd. So that's really exciting. Week-long event where I do 12-hour streams each day. Really tiring, really taxing, but I get a lot of gaming in. Actually, funnily enough, you guys don't know this either. I'm revealing a lot today. So you are part of my Donathon goals as well, and I have not asked for consent yet.
Wow.
But I do have one where we like do a collab together. There's a goal for Pico Park. We can do that in the
Oh
future.
no!
Yeah, I think that'd be really funny.
Fun game.
Yeah.
They made a Pico Park too now.
We're actually all gamers, so I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I mean, we were kind of clutching chain together, albeit we had checkpoints. But
Yeah.
I think Pico Park will give us a good amount of time to troll each other. We'll see. I'm excited about that. And then also Left 4 Dead. I don't even know what my low light would be. It's probably just like I'm not getting enough sleep on a day-to-day basis, but I think Kuro has me beat there, no? I don't feel like I can talk. Yeah, okay, that's true. His is self-inflicted, right?
Yeah, self-inflicted
Yeah.
wounds don't count.
Oh, okay. Then what's your highlight and low light, Kuro? Because that's it for me. I think you have it worse than I do when it comes to the sleep schedule.
I mean, I feel like every week I say like my low light is my sleep schedule, but it's a very real low light that just literally happens. Like I can't help it.
It keeps rolling into the next week, too.
Yeah. I mean, like, I can be completely self-aware and say that, oh, it's like my fault for not doing it, but like maybe it's the people I hang out that hangs out around me or I hang out with, because they always like, yeah, peer pressure and like bait me into staying up. Like, oh, Kuro, if you don't stay up, you hate us. Like, are we really your friends? Like, if you're like you're going to bed over us, I don't know how to respond to that. There's also that little like voice in my head that just says, "Do it, do it."
There's okay, maybe like try melatonin or like try
I've never
something.
I've never had NyQuil or melatonin before.
Okay, maybe not NyQuil. Melatonin's usually okay. I don't know. Maybe see a doctor. Maybe you have sleep apnea. I don't know.
See,
When you get
no,
to
I don't
my
crazy.
age, it's
I don't
gonna
struggle
suck.
with sleeping. I don't struggle with sleeping. I just choose not to sleep. I think.
By what it sounds, he
Bro.
doesn't need a doctor, he needs a therapist. He's being
Yeah, maybe a
manipulated.
therapist.
Full disclaimer,
I
these
think-
friends are not us, by the way. We're not doing this to him.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's because your friend group just happens to also do the same thing, and you just want to be there because you don't want to miss out. So maybe it's FOMO.
True.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we're usually just watching like a movie or something, like watching a movie or like a TV show or like a drama. I have like 4 different shows that I'm watching with 4 different people.
These 4 different groups, like they all also have equally terrible sleep schedules. Then, right?
Yeah, they all do. Yeah, I'll get better. On God, I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, he says
Yeah.
with his fingers behind his back. They're crossed.
It'll get better on God.
I'm almost there. I'm almost fixing it. Yeah, because I've gotten so less sleep today. By tomorrow, I have a good schedule.
Nah, I don't believe it.
That
He's
is
gonna
the
mess it up
hardest
again.
cope I've ever heard.
I know that because you did that last week, and then the
Yeah,
week
but
before
last
that.
week I folded. Like I folded to peer pressure and I stayed up.
Okay, but what's gonna prevent you from folding again this week?
Yeah, I'll need help with coming up with. Reasons
Oh
why.
no.
Eh?
Oh, there is, because there's a tournament on Saturday, which links into my highlight of the week. Andre and I are casting a tournament, Apex tournament on Saturday.
That's what I wanted to say.
Ooh.
That's my highlight as well, right there.
Yeah, we're casting. It's the first time that Andre and I will be casting together. There's a bunch of VTubers that are playing, a couple pros as well. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
That's so cool. So you're gonna be like the 2 casters, like talking about each game.
Yep.
That is so
Yeah,
lit.
there's gonna be like 3 different observer like POVs that are gonna be happening, and then like the feeds are gonna be changing while we're casting, and we'll talk about all the teams and stuff like that. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Okay, which one of you is the play-by-play? Which one is color caster?
We have
Good
not
question.
talked about it.
Yeah.
Good question.
Okay.
What is the color caster?
They usually
But
give
it's like-
context, storylines. You know, they are able to talk slower
Oh.
and give like, oh, this person's grabbing this gun because this gun is like really good for their ammo type. It's, you know, it's good with their character. And then the play-by-play is going fast. Like they're going in, they're diving, they're third partying. Yep. They're killing, they're downing, like that. Because you don't want to both do both. I would
Yeah,
recommend
yeah.
one of you doing play-by-play, the other doing color commentary, background information, context.
Wait, which one does like current meta and stuff like that, or like
Color.
guns that are good?
Color.
Okay, probably
knowledge.
color, because like I'll probably like I've been keeping up with all the updates and things like that.
That's
Yeah, I don't
super
really
nerd
know.
emoji. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
perfect then.
And literally every gun and their damage and
Mhm.
Time to kill and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
Dang.
See,
I
I
just
don't
like
know anything
screaming
about
and getting
Apex.
hype over shit happening on the screen.
That's right. Wait, this is actually gonna be so fire.
Okay, so highlight. Well, the same. I would say the same thing actually, because I'm really excited about that. Casting for the Irium Apex tournament. There's a lot of people that I do know in the tournament. There's a lot of new faces as well. But yeah, really excited to see those guys play. The scrims have been very interesting actually. I've seen some things that I was not expecting out of some players. Some are getting a little goofy because it's scrims, but I know that they're gonna lock in for the actual tournament. So yeah, very excited to see how that goes and being part of a, I guess, bigger production for a tournament. As for low light, I guess missing the IDV sessions because I haven't been keeping up, and I guess that would be my low light.
So I have quite a few highlights. This is like one of my better weeks. For one,
sheesh.
I got accepted to Anime NYC as a content creator collaborator, which means they'll pay for my ticket
Sheesh.
and a couple of other things.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they'll help me arrange like meetups if I want to do it. I don't know if I'm gonna do one because I'm a VTuber. If I do, I'll probably wear like a mask or like something that obscures my face pretty heavily. No private meetups, just like one, like I'm here kind of thing. Get to meet with a couple of friends because I have someone I play with in the other section, Zeus IDV. He's actually lives in New York, so I get to visit him. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
That's highlight number one. Number two, I can't really talk about just yet. It's still in the works. I posted the thing
Mhm.
in our chat, but I'm super excited for that. If it ever comes around, I am super hyped for that. But the company that is helping me out right now has finally paid me, and it's actually pretty quick. And discovered this new like way to monetize my content, which is really great and is convenient too. So, yeah, money in the bank, really cool. And like I set up a future collaboration with them. So, yippee. I'm pretty sure I had another highlight. Oh, yes. The merch. Apparently the site I was buying merch from, or not my own merchandise. Well, my own merchandise, but I was going to sell it at Offkai. They offered to pay for the tariff prices that are really stupid. So, still kind of expensive because of like shipping and general inflation. But at least I don't have to pay like an extra 40%. It was like 30 to 40% or something like that.
Mhm.
That was pretty great.
Nice.
It's been a good week, like with a bunch of good news. So
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good news after
Yeah.
good news. Like each day is just like a different good day. Yeah, it doesn't sound like you have the sniffles anymore, so the allergies went away.
no, I still have the sniffles.
Okay, there we go.
I've been like micro hitting my mute button this whole time, and it sucks. I mean, it is springtime, so it's kind of to be expected. Yeah, I guess that'll be my low light.
There we go.
Having the sniffles. Ugh.
Mhm. And for the next topic for today's episode, we're going to be talking about programs that we use for streaming and also some benefits that come with them. So I'll start. I have the Twitch Integrated Throwing System, or TITS for short, which chat always gets a kick when I call it that. So TITS is actually a really good program where the chatters can spend channel points, or you can also set it up with bits as well, and you can have objects thrown at you, kind of like Rotten Tomatoes, you know, from old stage plays and things like that. It's that kind of vibe. Chat really likes this because it gives them a little bit of engagement to interact with the stream, throw an object, you know, they get a little bit of a dopamine rush, they get to commit violence. So it's definitely one I would recommend. Not only would I recommend using the program, but also personalize it. Use your own emotes, use your own like custom objects that your viewers know you for. That way, you know, it gives a little bit of a personal touch, makes them feel even more engaged. I think that's my favorite one, and it's the one that I've seen used the most in my personal channel. And also when other people have TITS activated, I usually see their chats throwing objects at them too, so it's always a good time. I also use a program called Mix It Up, which allows chat to put on and take off cosmetics. So sometimes you will come into my chat, and I actually feel really bad for first time chatters that come in and they see me and they're like, what is going on? What is this VTuber? You know, or like someone that doesn't even know that much about VTubing and they see me for the first time and I look like an amalgamation. Sometimes I look like a Guzzlord. with big head. I got like copium on. I got, I don't know, a clown afro. I can like look really, really messed up. And
Bald.
infinitely, yeah, nerd, yep.
Bald 5 head. Oh my gosh.
With
Then
the
there's-
stink cloud.
With the stink cloud on, yeah. It gets crazy, and there's a bunch of different combos that they like doing, so, and a bunch of different bits. There's actually one where I'm bald 5 head, and I have like Saitama's eyes from One Punch Man. So I'm like Timu One Punch. They like that one too. Yeah. One Punch Man at home, so mix up is a fun one as well. The last thing I use is like a chat bot, and this is more like specialized, I guess. I wouldn't recommend this to everyone. It's only if you really need it. You can make like specific messages pull from like notepads on your computer. So back when I played lore all day every day, I had this chatbot be able to do an exclamation mark command for like a deck name, and then it would spit out the deck code into the chat so people could just copy paste it into their own client and basically yoink the deck that I'm playing. And that really helped smoothing the process of like, hey, can I play this? And I don't have to like stop what I'm doing, you know, or end the game and go copy paste it. It basically bypassed that, made a really quick and smooth experience for people. But that's also something that's really cool to utilize. It took a little bit of coding. It was actually broken a couple times to the point where if someone just typed an exclamation mark by itself, it would spit every single deck code that's on my notepad, and you could not stop it. It was like an apocalypse in the chat every time it happened. And even if you tried to turn the bot off and back on, it would remember its last request and continue spitting out the deck codes. And it would just flood the chat. It was a nightmare. I basically hate rated myself because I couldn't see what was going on for like 5 minutes whenever anyone typed just exclamation mark command. But one of my friends is good at coding and fixed it for me. That was like that for like a year.
That's cool because like it reminds me of Hearthstone actually, like where you can get the deck code and it'll just like it's so convenient.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is a huge like flashback.
Yeah, convenience is a great word for it. And that's it for my programs. I use like a bunch of other like small things here and there, but those are definitely the ones I'd recommend looking into, especially tits.
Now, are we talking about like mostly software? What about your hardware? Like, do you use a Stream Deck?
Like I have a Stream Deck, but I barely use it. I think I'm gonna use it more soon when I can fully utilize it. Okay, right now you can't hear. I'm playing We Like to Party. I just misclicked. That's what my Stream Deck is good for.
I think that like just jumping around a bit. I don't mean to skip over you, Kuro, but like for like as a good rule of thumb, things that you spend a lot of time at need to if you just like what's the word, prepare a little bit extra for it, it helps a lot in setting things up. Like I don't really use my Stream Deck too often for the things that like other people use them for. Like I don't know if you watch like Papa Mutt's channel or like Red Claw, but when they use their character model, they hit all the buttons and they just make it like fly around the screen because like the people like to watch like fast movement. Oh my god, he's moving everywhere, he's chaotic and crazy, and the movements like that just position your model in different places. It helps a lot, and I use it for like cinematic transitions as well. I think those are good. They're not exactly necessary, but it helps. Like you can do other things with it too. Right when I start and get up my day and I turn on my computer, I have OBS, Mix It Up, Tits, Live Hime, VC Face, VBridger, and VTube Studio. Like I just press all the buttons on my Stream Deck to open them up. Instead of having to like, oh, I have to click here and then click here, click here. I can just like press all the buttons on the Stream Deck, and that saves me like a good minute or two every single day.
Yeah.
And those minutes add up.
Yeah.
Over the course of a year, 2 years, 3 years. Like sometimes it's better just to spend like maybe a half an hour to an hour to just look over all your stuff and see if you can automate something to make things easy for yourself.
Increases the quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, 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 boop. Convenience.
Things you spend a lot of time on, whether it be your computer, your phone, your bed, like your chair, those are all really worth investing in.
I mean, accessibility is a huge thing. I like the point that you made about if you are spending a lot of time on something, you should probably like have that ease of access to things, you know? That prep time adds up, and it's kind of like the same advice you could give for just your setup too, is like if you're going to spend a lot of time on your computer, you should get a nice chair, right? That just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So same kind of thing. It's applicable in different fields. Good advice.
Yep. It's always good to invest in like longer term things when
Yes.
you can. It's like if you get a terrible chair, like oh it's gonna break often, oh you're gonna have back problems, then you gotta go see a doctor, and then like all that stuff adds up, or like you're not comfortable, or it breaks, or like so many things can go wrong if you don't invest in a quality chair. I mean, like just going based off of the gear that I have in front of me, I have 2 monitors. I have a drawing tablet in case I need to like sign anything or like draw something specific. I have a camera. I have a iPhone that tracks my face for VTube Studio. I have my Stream Deck. I have a hand tracker in case I need to use my 3D model, like, and my microphone and the microphone stand with. I have a Scarlett 2i2 mixer. You don't need all of this. I mean, except for the microphone and the.
I love how we can hear him rummaging around in real time.
Yeah.
Not only his voice,
I'm
but
just
it's like
looking at
everything's
his
shifting around.
He's naming.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh wait.
It's so
you're
immersive.
right. Like, I have so much stuff around my room, and it all helps. In terms of software, like, oh, there's so much. Like, I don't know. I also use Tits, Mix It Up, VTube Studio, VBridger. For my editing software, I use DaVinci. Like I mentioned earlier, there's like a bunch of plugins. It's DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, it's DaVinci Resolve Studio, and they have a lot of cool features. And I don't know, some people can use CapCut, some people use like Adobe. I like DaVinci. It's just like because you can buy it without having to license it out every year. Since I plan on doing this long term, I was like, okay, one-time payment would be cheaper, and they service it for a while, so that's pretty great. And a lot of their plugins are free, so that's also pretty great. Yeah, I use the chatbot as well. Your Stream Deck can help you change scenes and stuff, and like put stuff on your model in case you need to like do an emote or something. Because I don't have enough hotkeys for all my toggles, so the rest of them go on the Stream Deck.
I use my numpads for my toggles.
Me too.
What if you need your numpad? Yeah, I use my numpad too.
Well, I guess if I start doing like calculations, or if I start pressing things on my numpad, I'm gonna have all my expressions on at the same time too, I guess.
All of a sudden my clothes start coming off. What's going on?
When you guys got into League, what was the first character you played and how did you build it?
That's a good
Oh,
question.
that's so long ago. That's
Do
like
you
a
guys
decade
remember?
ago.
I remember exactly
I
what it is, so
do.
I just want to know what you guys did.
We should guess each other's. That would be funny.
You'll never guess mine.
You guys
Yeah,
remember your
Scout.
first champion?
I do. I remember the first champion
do.
I played and the first champion I played on my own account, which are different stories.
I like how this has divulged into League, and I love it. But I do want to like add in
No.
like one last thing for the software things. There's like a thing I used, like Shoost. It's pretty good. It's like it changes like your background, and like you can put in filters and things like that for your VTuber model. And it's really OP. Also another thing, it's technically not a separate thing, but I use TTS Monster a lot, like for text to speech. I like hard locking into games that I play, like Apex and League, and where there's like constant fighting and stuff. But like the TTS like says it while I'm playing the game, and it helps me like respond to like those messages. I love TTS so much.
Oh, actually, I do have something to say about that. Like, I don't like TTS or Tits too much. I actually stopped using it for a while because I found it a little bit distracting. Yeah, it's like more distracting than anything. Usually, if someone's like throwing stuff at me and it's making the sound, it's very highly abusable if you have a lot of people in your chat and you make it too cheap.
Oh yeah.
And you're trying to focus on something. Because like I've been conditioned to like when I hear the sound, I look over and I'm like, oh, did I miss something? Because that's what my chat's like conditioned me to do. Like I missed a redeem, or like someone said something in chat and I haven't responded for a while.
They
would just like start
Pavloved
throwing
you.
stuff. Yeah, and then I'll be like in the middle of a hunt, I'm like looking somewhere, and then I'll hear the sound go off like a million times. I look over and the rescue is already gone, and I'm like, what the heck happened? So I
That's
just
so
like, no, I'm
tragic.
kind of sick of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I also turn off Tits for like events or something that is more serious, like a tournament, things like that, because it is distracting. Because it's not only distracting to the streamer, but also the viewer experience. So it's one of those things where it's like time and place. You know, if there's a time and place for it, awesome. So I guess moral of the story there would be use it if it fits your content and your style. And if it doesn't, then that's okay. If it's distracting for you and you're like really locked in, you're trying to play ranked, then maybe it's not a fitting program for you. You know, it's pick and choose what programs work the best and what satisfies your viewers for your content.
Hmm. At the very least, like there's middle grounds. You can turn off
Yes.
like just the sound. Like that's what I do, so I don't like it might be on in the background and I just don't hear it. So
All right, before the league champions, Anju, do you have another program, or do you want to glaze Schust, or do you want to talk about your XLR?
I do use GoXLR. It was I wouldn't say it was necessary, but definitely something that I had to get because of the microphone that I use, because it is a condenser mic.
Mhm.
And GoXLR allows you to set up a condenser mic with it. So I was like, okay, so I'm getting this, I need to get this other thing as well, type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, went with that. It definitely changed a lot the way that I work with my microphone. I used to have a HyperX, I forgot what it was called. It was a microphone, the one that's like you tap on the top and it mutes. It was a USB mic, and I used to use voice meter in order to mess around with my audio settings.
Mm-hmm.
Which okay, audio meter is really cool, but the fact that you need virtual cables and it screws with your entire audio setup is very annoying in my opinion. So I was really relieved, I guess, like that I moved onto a GoXLR, which is like, in my opinion, much easier to set up, but it's also very fragile. It's something that if you happen to bump into one of the cables, everything just shuts down. Your entire computer just dies. So that's the not very cool part. And other than that, I guess that would be my audio setup. I messed around with the GoXLR settings. You get to regulate actually a lot of the things here. You have your noise gate, you have your equalizer, your compressor, and your de-esser. And it sounds actually very, very different depending on how you set it up. So for example, let's see. This is like the audio settings that I have right now, but if I go to default, it sounds like this. I sound like very far away, super low, and you could hear this.
Oh, I'm getting.
that I'm getting.
I feel like the guard
ASMRs.
on the wall. Holy crap!
Okay.
The what?
So yeah,
Oh,
yeah, so yeah, your microphone definitely changes a lot, and the audio in general changes a lot depending on how you set it up. So yeah, taking your time to make yourself sound as best as you can is definitely something that you should do. Also, something that I've heard people don't do, but I do all the time. I constantly hear myself talking the entire time.
Oh yeah, you're a
That's
freak
why-
for that.
Agree.
I got used to it. I started with voice meter. I felt so uncomfortable, but I forced myself to get used to it. Now it's completely normal to me. It's like just whatever. And it helps me keep in mind the way that I'm coming through when I talk, which is, in my opinion, very important. And for, I guess, more VTuber sided things, not specifically just streaming in general, but VTuber stuff, I did set up something on OBS that would allow my character to change the way it glows, or like the transparency type of, or like have lighting based on whatever's happening on the screen, which is very interesting in my opinion. I've seen a lot of other VTubers use it, and I was like, wait, how do they do that? It's kind of cool. It's like, depending if it's bright in the game, then your VTuber model gets brighter or it gets darker depending on what's happening. And I was like, damn, wait, that looks kind of sick. And it's actually not that hard to set up. You don't really need a lot of other programs or anything. You can do it directly through OBS. There's a lot of tutorials out there. You don't need to pay for anything. You just need some plugins and take your time setting it up. And I would say it is definitely worth the effort. I don't think it's impacting my CPU as much as other things would, which is nice. That is always very welcome, considering we run VTube Studio 24/7, and that already kind of eats your PC. Especially when you're streaming more CPU intensive games such as Marvel Rivals. And yeah, I did have mix it up at some point for like daily, check-ins, because apparently people like doing that. They like just checking into your stream and having it count the amount of times they do that. But I haven't really been using it as much as lately, so yeah.
I forgot about check-ins. People really like those, and like
Yeah, they do.
counters in general.
Oh, sorry. There's one more thing I forgot to include.
Yeah.
I have a foot pedal, and I think
Of course you do.
this was this is recommended to me by Day, and it's really really useful because it's kind of like an extra key that you can press. That doesn't, because I used to use like tilde as my push to talk key,
Mm.
and then I started having to use tilde for other games. So now I hit the foot pedal and it mutes me on everything, and I just think like I don't know, it comes in handy. It's something I don't have to think about anymore once you get used to it.
Yeah, it's
You have
also
to
cool.
open a separate program on the side.
No, you just have to download it once.
Oh, okay. Because I bought one. It's in my room. I haven't opened it in like 4 months.
What the heck,
Dog.
bro? This guy wasting money.
I mean, it's they're bound to be useful, but I just never got to use it.
Okay, I think the healthiest person here might be Hikaru. He actually sleeps on time, probably eats well. Works out.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm willing to give that up. I think Hikaru is the healthiest lifestyle.
Like hydrates.
Also old.
Yeah, he has the most on the line.
If I lived the way Kuro did, I would be dead. I would actually die.
That's gotta be an exaggeration.
I would actually die. My body would give up on me.
That's crazy.
It's not an exaggeration either. Your sleep schedule is insane.
It's pretty bad, I will say.
It's
He
bad
always
enough to
catches
be his
fire.
low light 2 weeks in a row.
This is like 4 weeks in a row.
Oh.
I can't remember a time when he didn't use that as his low light.
You're not wrong.
That just means that there's not really a low light, you know? It just means that like every day has been pretty okay.
That's an optimistic way to look at it. It could also mean that your sleep schedule is just that fucked. So, do you want to try guessing mine? You want one guess
Take
each, just like earlier.
Oh,
It's Talon.
No, I played
Oh, it's
on
not
release. I played in beta
Oh.
on my friend's account. So it's
Oh,
gotta be
okay,
one of the
on
first 4
release.
days.
Beta is crazy,
Okay.
dog. Like,
Yeah. I myself,
dude,
my account
totally.
was created 2 months after beta ended. I played season 1, but I played
Uh.
technically first on my friend's account at his house on the beta. So I'm gonna use his champion because that's technically the first champion I played.
has to be like a rice or something or Sivir.
I would say like Annie or Fiddlesticks.
who was in beta? Like who's what is the
Alistar.
line?
Ash.
Janna? Oh, it's Alistar, isn't it?
He said Alistar, yep. The reason why it was Alistar is not because that's the character that looked interesting to me, the role that looked
He said
interesting to
you
me.
can't milk those.
No, it wasn't because of that. It wasn't because of his voice line. Maybe in retrospect it could have been. But no, actually it's because it was just the first. It was the first in the line. I was shown a bunch of characters and I was like, I'm just going to play the first guy at the top left. Yeah, I don't know anything about this game. It was my first time really dipping into like computer gaming actually, because I'd been a console player. And when I first picked up Super Smash Brothers, I had the same logic. I just played Mario first because he's the first in the line. If I'm going to play everyone, I kind of just like go in order. So he was first alphabetically, so I played Alistar. And I actually was like comboing people, and my friend was popping off. He's like, yo, you're such a natural, you know how to combo. Because he had been playing for a little bit, and I did like, I didn't do the WQ like buffer combo that Alistars are known to do. I more like walked up to someone, did the smash on the ground that knocks them up, and then I would run behind them and then knock them towards my team. Like a insect at home. Yeah. Yeah. Budget insect, and then my friend was popping off about it. So that was the first character I ever played.
And the first character, so Alistar is the one you played on your friend's account?
Mhm.
And what's the character you played on your account?
Tutorial character, Ash.
I don't think that counts. Everyone has to play Ash.
Yeah,
first,
and
I
in
think.
your first match, do you remember? or
Also,
no?
no, I played Ash up until like I was summoner level 6. And then the first character I gravitated towards and had my own free will to choose, which is probably what you're asking, was Vagar.
Your primordial whatever is now your Eldritch Blast or whatever.
Yeah,
Your cantrip.
that's right. I got into like Burst through Vagar. I really like just one-tapping people.
I started playing at the end of season 3. I don't actually
Mm.
remember like the first champion I picked, but I do remember like gravitating towards the one character when I started.
Really?
Because I don't remember anybody else that I played.
Was Riven in season 3? She was, right?
Yeah,
Hey, Riven.
She
it
came
was
out season
everything before Nar.
Oh dang, that was forever ago.
Akali?
But it's not right. Oh,
Nope.
LeBlanc.
No. Okay, it's a bruiser.
It's a bruiser. It's not Riven, right?
No, it's not Riven.
Damn.
Mundo.
No, it's not Mundo.
It can't be Malphite.
No, it's not. It's not a tank. It's like a hard bruiser. In fact, it might even counter tanks. Actually, not
Ooh.
might. It does.
Was it Darius? Does Darius counter tanks?
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I remember playing him, and like remember that your E could like post someone like even after they flashed, or like after they jumped over a wall. It was so crazy.
All right, Andrew, your turn. We've got to guess. Give us the season.
Whenever Lulu was the character shown on the launcher, I forget when that was.
My God, that's forever ago.
Yeah.
That's when I got League of Legends on my computer.
Must be
I
season
do
2.
have the season 2 icons for
Who
ranked.
would Andrew play?
As my
Lisa?
main is completely different. I'm gonna tell you, I played something entirely. The first character I played,
It's Vayne.
no, it's
It has to
something-
be a girl character.
That's
Oh
insane.
yeah.
It's something that I do not touch anymore whatsoever. I remember exactly how I built it as well. Then I bought my first character, and then it transitioned into my main role. Because my friend wanted to play mid. Fuck you, buddy.
Oh, you play AD, right?
Yep.
AD. Is it Jinx?
It's not
No,
an AD
Jinx came
character.
after.
It's not an
Oh.
ADC. My first character was not an ADC.
Is it Vi?
Nope. I don't think Vi was out. I'm pretty sure Vi was after Lulu.
I don't
LeBlanc.
remember.
It wasn't LeBlanc.
Mm.
Was it Fiora?
It's not a girl. Surprisingly.
Hey.
Not a girl.
Is it Lee Sin?
Nope.
Yasuo.
It's a character. It's a character that had a dash. Yasuo was not out.
It had a
Yeah.
dash.
Yeah, it had a dash.
Shen.
Yeah.
That's a good guess.
Oh.
Okay.
Kuro is winning at League Trivia.
He knows
So-
his League character.
Dude, he plays League
That's
Wordle
the
every day.
first-
He's warmed up.
Yeah, true. That's the first character I ever played in that game. Besides the character that I tried on a friend's account. That was Vigar.
Mhm.
He was like, look at this funny little guy. I get to like shoot people and they die.
That's right. That was me.
Yeah.
He was funny.
And then I played the game and I was like, oh, Shen looks kind of cool. So I picked him up and I built him attack speed. That was my the first thing I did in that game. Attack speed Shen.
Yeah, fandom dancing.
Yeah, exactly. And after that, I was like, okay, so now I'm gonna buy my first champion by choice. That champion cost, I think, 1350 essence. Or I don't know what it was called before.
IP.
IP, yeah. It
Yeah,
cost 1350 IP.
How about the roll? Can we get a roll?
It used to be played mid lane.
She mid lane.
No longer a mid lane character. Maybe, actually. It could, but it's, I don't know. I don't think it's popular now as a mid lane character.
Irelia?
No.
Mm.
Was she ever
Karma?
1350?
She's cheap. That's all I know.
I know she was like 4800.
Cassio?
No, not Casio.
Oh my gosh.
You're
Is
getting
it-
close. You're getting close.
Is it Karma?
Nope.
She's ranged,
Range?
but not mid.
Not anymore.
Morgana.
Yes.
I know
Oh
why.
my god.
That was my main after
Oh,
Vagar.
Oh my god, you guys have like kind of similar tastes or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Vagar into
Oh, who would
Morgana.
have guessed that I picked the goth girly, right, Mal?
That's right. That's why it just popped into my head instantly.
Yeah, I remember looking up a guide on Mobify as well. How to play
Mhm.
Morgana mid.
Mhm. I also played her mid. She was broken mid season 2 or season 3. She was permabanned.
Yeah, that was the first champion I bought, and then my main. The character that I was like, okay, I'm gonna become an 80 carry and I'm gonna play this character. The first
No, what
character
the
to get an
heck are we
ultimate
talking about?
skin.
Ezreal.
Ezreal?
Yeah, Ezreal.
Oh my god, he's an Ezra player.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was my first main. I remember playing him with Flash Ignite in the bot lane because that's how you used to play the
Chad.
game.
Mhm.
Before mid laners were just like, I'm gonna press one button, you're dead.
True.
And you have no counterplay because your team, you depend on your team playing around you, but now if they don't, you just fucking instantly die to anything.
Yeah.
Oh, a tank, he will kill you. Support, they will
Yeah.
kill you.
Did you
Yeah.
see
The other
Blue
DC
Ez in
they'll
its
kill you.
prime? Lizard, Elder,
Oh, yes. Of
Iceborne
course.
Gauntlet. So it was like annoying and
Yeah.
tanky. That was like the
Yeah, I
I
best.
remember that.
Yeah, like solo build for Ezreal to deal with like burst and things like
Getting blown
that.
up. yes.
Anti-assassin.
It's- That was
Oh my God,
played
yeah.
that. I went through like Trinity Force Ezreal,
Mhm.
then Blue Ezreal, then
Mhm.
what was the one with like the scythe thingy? That used to chunk people. You also had like a what is it, Klepto Ezreal?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kleptomancy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was more
I've
recent.
seen all iterations. I had all Ezreal skins at some point, by the way. Like all of them. Literally every single Ezreal skin in existence I had.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back Twin Shadows.
Agree. Twin Shadows is a funny active.
My goat
And that was my
Rot.
main for the longest time.
Based.
Yippee.
Good choices.
And then I realized, wow, wait, people think Vayne is a cool character to main. Let me hop on that. It was
Alright,
miserable.
my turn. Guess. First character. I started when Leona was the first character that came out. And
Oh,
it's very easy, but this character didn't come out during that season. It's one of the very first ones.
Anivia.
and it's very easy.
Everything that I played from when I started to when it ended are all characters that you would probably easily guess are of me. Like, don't think too hard about it.
Ari.
Ari?
No, this is before Ari.
Syndra? Was Syndra out? No, right?
No, Syndra was not out. Very first
Vel'Koz.
character I played. I played like season 2. No,
Right.
before Vel'Koz.
Season
No.
2.
Not Rise.
Not
Rise
Vigo,
is kind
right?
of a basic. No, figures.
Annie.
Something of
Lux.
me.
Lux?
Lux was the first character I ever bought in
Mm.
main.
Hmm?
Oriana.
No.
Oh, bought. So you didn't buy this character. It was given to you. Soraka.
No. This is the first character I played. It was on free rotation. I remember it very vividly. I did play it for a while. It's a guy.
What lane? It's a guy.
Guy.
Yeah, mid or bot.
Mid or bot?
In
Mhm.
current meta or back then?
They probably aren't played mid very often, but you can still do it.
A guy, not Ezreal, right?
Or mid or support, I should say.
Oh, mid or support.
Mhm.
Zillion.
It is Elaine.
That's
You played
Oh
the
my God.
old
Let's
man!
go.
You played the old man!
That's
you guess
so
my other
funny.
one. I've been a control mage player my entire life. If I don't find a character I don't vibe with, I just don't play the game. And Zillion was like, oh, this was before they put a cap on his rewind.
Mhm.
So if you built enough CDR, you could just rewind your rewind into rewinding your alt.
Mhm.
You got,
No
like, a
way.
That is
It was
insane.
so fun.
Rewinding your rewind is crazy.
Even better than that, his bomb was single target and you selected. There was not a skill
Yeah, you
shot. You
selected
didn't
it.
have to throw it at anyone. So it was just
Yep.
bomb, rewind, bomb, and they couldn't do anything about it. They walked up a
Dude,
little
how do
too
you
close
lose
to
on
you.
that
GG.
character?
He was
What?
fun.
And his passive gave every
my-
other person on your team more XP.
Dude, I just remembered Turbo Scion, like the old Scion, that would just stun you, run to you, explode, and you would die.
Yeah, old AP
That was-
Scion. Yeah, he did a
Yeah.
little look at you and almost like a little
Dude,
spit.
I think the worst ever has had to have been like old Evelyn with Deathfire Grasp.
That's
You would
right.
not see the
Oh,
character.
yeah,
It would
that's
show up on
fun.
your screen for 1 second and you would be dead. You would just explode.
The number 1 AP Evelyn player mid coached me on that character. I learned it from him. I played it as well in season 3. His name was like Llamas Are Here or something like that. He made a mobile fire guide for it, and he was the current number 1 AP Evelyn. So I added him, and I was like, "Teach me, bro."
And then it worked.
Yeah, and then it worked. I was playing it through Plat.
And you guys know
Deathfire
my
Grasp explosion. What's up?
my current day mains. I don't know if Anju knows, but Kuro and Mao
Syndra,
definitely.
Syndra, Zoe.
No. Yeah,
What?
it's it is, but Zoe, it was Zoe before, but it's someone else now.
A control mage?
It's very new. It's a guy.
It's a guy. Oh, the paint guy?
No,
Not the paint guy.
no. I don't even like playing him.
That's insane. What's his name? Hui?
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't
Yeah.
like playing.
That control mage, that's a guy that's new? No idea.
He's not new anymore.
Not new anymore.
Yeah.
In the last 8 years.
Okay,
They
what do you
reworked him
mean?
quite hard. He got a really big rework not too long ago. Maybe like a couple years ago.
Like 3-4 years ago. 3 years ago, maybe.
Twisted Fate.
No, I hate Twisted Fate.
Yeah, I would hope
It's
so.
gross. He does get around like Twisted Fate though, which is nice.
Yeah, I can't imagine Hikaru playing Kassadin.
Wait,
No, it's
he's
not.
not new at all.
Is he not?
No, he's not
When was his
considered
rework?
new. Maybe
Rework.
2-3 years
Yo,
ago.
Victor, bro, you play Victor?
It's not Victor.
Victor was
This would be
last
very
year.
obvious. It's something I would definitely play.
Something you would definitely play.
Yeah.
Definitely not Silas. You're not a Silas player.
Mm-mm.
Getting there.
A guy in the. Does Mao know?
I'm sure Mao knows.
I can't give any hints. It's too obvious.
Yeah. It's very very obvious. You're probably overthinking it. Think about it. My original was Zillion. I'm pretty much like an old grandpa. Yeah. That one's easy. And this one, what am I like? What's my personality?
Unk.
Okay, yeah, that too. He is very very old.
hmm
Oh, Aurelian Soul.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I did know that.
I
Fuck.
couldn't think of anything. I was gonna say like starry night sky space, and it's like wow.
No, that would give it away.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's,
yeah,
I couldn't think of
that's
anything
right there.
else. I couldn't think of anything Zoe adjacent. It's like, and also it's too
It is
obvious.
Zoe Jason, yeah.
And that wraps it up for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Where can we find each of us? You can find me at tempomaou on all platforms.
At corvuskuro on all platforms as well.
At anjuvalse on Twitter and on Twitch at the moment.
Levels.
You can find me at Hikaru_kun on Twitch and Hikaru VTuber most other places.
And with that, see you next time for another episode. Tell your friends and make sure to stop by for more topics and fun segments that you can engage with. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.